Welcome to Flipgrid. Do you have Flipgrid fever? It's the new sensation in social learning. There are a couple steps that you need to follow to get started with Flipgrid. First of all, you can create a free account at flipgrid.com, which I will explain. You can create as many classes as you wish in the Flipgrid account services, and you can manage your accounts in one convenient location. How are you amplifying student voices? Do you have the students that are constantly raising their hands and answering questions? Do you have the students that sit in the back of the room and try not to answer the questions? How is your classroom managed? Research has shown that students don't care about how much you know until they know that you care. Teachers who co-create a culture of student voice are setting the foundation for student owning their learning. Student voice opportunities helped young people to gain a stronger sense of their own abilities and build student awareness that they can make change in their school, not only for themselves, but also for others. Flipgrid is a way that students can communicate with devices they already have, like a laptop or a telephone or even an iPad. So what is Flipgrid? Flipgrid is a video response platform where educators can have online video discussions with students or other educators. Teachers can provide feedback to students, and better yet, students can provide feedback to one another. Each student has an equal voice. Flipgrid is simple to use, and like I stated before, it's compatible with multiple devices. So whatever you have in your school, whether it be a MacBook Chrome, iPads, freestanding computers, or even a telephone, you can access Flipgrid. The easiest way to start with your account is to log on to flipgrid.com. And I found that the best way to do that is to use setting it up through Google and logging on using the educator. Once you're in, you access all of your accounts, all of your students. Here's an example of one that I already have started, and I'm able to manage all of my students through here. You pose a question in the grid after you create it, and then you're able to add topics of your own choosing. Students record their voices, and then you monitor the process of how you want these videos to go out into your classroom. You can decide whether you want the entire class to see them, or if you want to be the only one that looks at them. You can decide whether they go live automatically, or if you want to view them first, and then you decide if the class sees them after you view them. This is an example of a student response being taken place. The view bar down here after the student has done recording it, and this is the view from the teacher feedback. You have a place to provide a spot for the idea section and also for the performance. In this section, you can write down your comments to the student, and then you can email. You can also leave an icon for the student, and in this section, you can also video back through chat to your student, and they can see a video of you responding to them. Some of ideas for the use of Flipgrid: they can do a reading response. They can do a welcome back to school Flipgrid. They can debate a topic. They can show you what they know. They can reflect on a lesson or a unit. They can do book talks, exit tickets, number talks where students explain their thinking and critique the reasoning of others, and they can work through a math problem. They can brainstorm in the engineering design process, and they can give advice to a next year's class. I use Flipgrid mainly through the use of the engineering design process. I've also done number talks with it, and also the use of exit tickets, and I've also used it for even some reading responses with my G&T students. I found that the use of these questionings and the metacognition that comes across from these is unbelievable, and I have some examples that you can find in the blog. I hope that you have fun and happy Flipgridding. Thank you for viewing.